Hello folks, well, welcome to the Dummies Show. Here I am, try 3 on the first day. Try 1 was when the belt drives screwed up. Try 2, which I showed you in my video yesterday that I was so proud of it looked so good. Then I took it in and showed it to the wife. I said, look here, here's my next plaque I'm going to give away. And she looks at it and she says, well, that's not how you spell beginning. I said, what do you mean, B-E-G-I-N-N-G? No, you spell it B-E-E-G-G-I-N-I-N-G. I said, say what? And sure enough, bigger than life. I guess I had my dyslexic fingers were carrying away or something when I was spelling it. So I've corrected it on the computer, and I get to recarve it again today. Well, this time they estimated it 4 hours and 53 minutes. Last time they estimated it 4:38. That is just a rough estimate, but that's closer to what it was yesterday, so maybe today will be closer. So it's 1:15 now, so you add 4 hours, 5:15, and another almost an hour, almost 6 o'clock or so before this will be completed today. But hey, I've always said if at first you don't succeed, try again. After I milled down both sides of the wood, because I carved on both sides, if you remember, I've ended up with a 3/8 inch thickness, which is a real good thickness actually for these carvings, but seeing how all I can purchase from local Lowe's is 3/4 inch wood. So if I have to carve it down a couple of times, that's okay. But it just started, it's now running. Working on the T and the beginning, or the first day, not the beginning, the first day. So we'll just sit here and let it run, and hopefully when this one is done, it'll be done correctly, and I can be proud of a correctly done carving. In the meantime, I'll just sit back and go, well, you dummy. But hey, what do you expect? I'm from Texas. God bless us all. We'll talk with you again soon. Well, so far everything's going well. Beginning is spelled correctly this time. It says I'm about 45% done. So, been carving a couple hours. So again, estimate 6:30 or 7 o'clock tonight it'll be completed. But again, the text is just coming out wonderfully. I just tickled to death the way this particular font carves up, especially when you got smaller text. It just, I mean, it's just script. It looks like almost like you hand wrote it. But machine's running well. The new belt's holding up well. I don't know if I've got my idler wheels too tight still, but I loosened them up some, but I'm going to live with them where they're at for now, and see how this belt holds up. But right now everything's continuing. I could sit here and let you see it run, but that's all it would be, is you seeing it run, boring you to death. Just a little follow-up, let you know everything's going okay. I won't continue this video until it's completed, and then we'll look at the completed items. So we'll be back with you shortly. Okay, folks, we're just about done. It's starting to carve the border around. It'll take 2 or 3 passes around to get that carved. And once that's completed, we will be finished with the first day, session number 3. Taking this tree, you don't hear what I'm saying, taking this 3 carvings to get this thing done. The first one was due to equipment malfunction. Second one is think I've ever seen it where it's this dark. This is just fantastic looking color. And the next carving is going to be carved out of this board. And that's the carving I started the other day, and I didn't have it mounted correctly and carved all the way through, which I did a carve through on it. And the oval popped out and it ended up messing up the board. So this time when I put that down, I'm going to put it down with a sacrificial wasteboard. And I will have it, the sacrificial wasteboard solidly mounted to the tabletop here. And then I will be using double-sided stick tape that I've used before to actually hold down the board when I'm carving. And it does carve the oval all the way around it and all the way through it without going anywhere. At least that's my plan. So we will see. Let's see how this is looking here. It's 100% done as usual. Once it says it's 100% done, it usually has a few minutes more carving to do on it. So it's making a second pass on the border edge that I put on it. I don't know if I'm calling it a border edge, just an edging. It's a rectangular edging, square edging, but not rectangle, but a square edging that I put on the middle. And then I'm going to also take this board out, as I said, and do a round over or a chamfer or something on the edges to break the edges. It's getting there. When I'm done shortly, and I'll show you the correct one to color, hopefully. Take my funny ears off, and let's see what we have here. Yes, it looks great. No, I don't want to share it. And slowly move this back out of the way. Let's loosen these tie-down bolts up and see what we've got. All right. Knock all the loose off. Well, that doesn't look as well as I thought it did. I guess that board wasn't very smooth. Well, that's disappointing. I'll tell you what, folks. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I guess there'll be a session 4 of this. Boy, oh Heidi. Well, I had milled this board down, and you can see it's not perfectly straight. When I milled it down, it's got a bend, but I thought when I pressed it down it would be okay, but up in here it's barely carved the words. Well, I didn't notice that when it was carving. Of course, it's covered up. I didn't see it. Well, that's disappointing. I guess there'll be a session 4 of this. What can I tell you? Well, I'm going to pause the video, go ahead and set up for this other carving that I want to do and get it started and maybe crank it out tonight. And tomorrow I'll take a fresh piece of 3/4 inch and check it for smoothness or flatness and do carving number 4. I'll get this carving done if it's the last thing I do. For now, this is the DIY CNC Woodworker. We will be back with you again shortly. Okay, I've started carving this other carving now. Giving up on the first day carving for now. Seems I can't get it right. Let me pan around here. I think I've shown this to you before, but zoom in here and show it to you again. This is a young lady, I say young lady, a lady at church. She's our age, which would probably make her young in some people's eyes. But it's Psalm 30, verse 2. O Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. This is her favorite verse, and she's the one that recently suffered not one but 2 heart attacks, kind of back to back. So, just zoom back out. So I'm carving this for her. This is her favorite verse, and she doesn't know I'm doing this, but I'm doing it as a gift to her. Hope she'll enjoy it and appreciate it once she gets it. And I'm carving it on that dark piece of poplar I just showed you a moment ago. So it's just started carving. It says it'll take an hour and a half to hour and 25 minutes to carve the text. And then I go and bring up the other screen that's got the oval on it, where I'll change the bits to a 1/8 inch bit and cut out that oval. So that's where we are now. I'll go ahead and pause the video for now, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hi guys, me again. Pardon me for laughing. I just did a whole section of video here, and I didn't have my microphone on. So maybe I don't think it picked up anything other than my lips moving. But what I was saying is this is carving well. I'm using a 1/8 inch bit, and let me pan around here and show you the screenshot. To get this 1/16 inch bit, but to get this 1/16 inch bit to fit the carving and the text all come out, I had to enlarge my text here. Not the Psalms 32, but the second verse itself, that text I had to enlarge so it would carve all the text. Consequently, that means the oval that I had around this originally, which is up here on I've got a copy of Psalms 2 here, which is just the oval. That's no longer appropriate size, so when this is done carving, I'll go ahead and redo an oval around here and remake the copy of this, which will overwrite this copy of Psalms 2, delete that text, and then that oval will be appropriate size for carving out the wood. So there we are. Again, I'm real pleased with the way this is looking. I'll pan back around to it. Like I was saying, I have used poplar wood for, I'd say, at least 40 years, if not more, for different purposes all my life, off and on. And I've never seen a solid dark brown piece of poplar like this. It usually, as you know, poplar runs from light wood with variations of darkness throughout it, but not just a solid dark wood. So I thought that was kind of unique. That's why I got it. And so far it seems to be carving up quite well. I'm just real curious as to what it's going to look like once I spray a finish on there. Put my polyurethane on there and see what it looks like. But we'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and leave this run until it's done. I say I'm going to leave it run. I'm not going to leave the video run. I'm going to cut the video off. And when it's done carving, we'll come back and show you the carved results prior to cutting the oval out in it. So we'll be back with you shortly. Okay, folks, this thing is just about done. Oh, there it goes right there. How's that for timing? So let me go ahead and open this thing up. Well, first let me turn this noisy thing off over here. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better, isn't it? pan this around a little bit. And I'm going to bring this in. Let's see if I can zoom it in, if you can see it any better. Let me tilt this down. Well, I can't tell how well that's showing up on the camera, but that's the text. Now I can see when it says over here some of the carving is too large for the bit you've chosen. Yeah, it's not bad enough over here on the L. It didn't get the very bottom here and the top here, but there's a few, but you can still tell it's an L, so that's good enough. So what I'm going to do, let me pan back over here. I'm going to turn around. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to, try to adjust this camera where you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to place this oval undo move, grab this oval, there we go. Now I try to grab this oval and it grabs something else. I'm trying to make sure that I've got this pretty well spaced evenly above and below. So now what I'm going to do is tell it to make a copy . And it made a copy and made another copy. So I'm going to get rid of this copy. All right. And I'm going to get rid of my text on my copy. Make sure that's set for 3/4 inch. It is. Now I'm going to take and pause the video for a moment while I change out my bits, and then we'll come back and tell this thing to carve that oval out. So be back with you momentarily. Okay, let's see what we've got here. And get all untangled here with my microphone. There we go. Let's push this back and look at it. Let me get my little flat screwdriver here. Put under this thing. Pop it up. Pretty much what it takes with that tape. Okay. Obviously that didn't carve all the way through, so I'll have to take that out tomorrow to the shop and use my little saw on it and go ahead and finish cutting that out. So, but the Psalms 30.2, 30 verse 2, "O Lord my God, I called to you for help and you healed me." By the time I get in here and sand that all out, put my orbital sander on it and sand that all out and smooth that all out, get all those little fibers off, and then come in after I've cut this out come in and do a round over or OG or something on that edge just to look real nice. Okay, oh boy, I spilled carving dust all over me here. Jeez. Okay guys, well now that I've made a mess everywhere, that's it for tonight. That's the end of the carving. And I was looking at my other board that I did that I messed up for the third time. I can only assume that when I run those through my thickness planer, and you know, you get snipe on it, and I know you can avoid snipe by running a board through before and a board after, but I didn't have any boards of that thickness to run it through, so I just ran it through and figured, well, I'll sand the snipe out. And I did. It sanded right out. The only problem is using an electric belt sander. I think I probably got a little carried away there in that one spot. That's the only thing I can figure, and I sanded down a little too low. And consequently, I ended up with what I ended up with, a poor carving. So tomorrow I've got a fresh piece of 3/4 over here that's I think all flat. I will check it to make sure it is. And I will start over from scratch, number 4. Hopefully the 4th time's the charm. Obviously the 3rd wasn't, so for now this is the DIY CNC woodworker. Just having a wonderful time. We will talk to you again real soon.